Andrew Luckenbill, and this is going to be a tutorial on how to use PowerPoint. For this tutorial we'll be using Microsoft PowerPoint 2013. This tutorial is just going to walk you through the basics of creating a generic or simple PowerPoint presentation. When you open the program, if you're opening it for the first time, it'll give you a variety of options. You can pick a blank presentation or you can pick a theme. There are a lot of advantages to theme, but for right now let's just look at a blank presentation. When you open it up, you have to first decide on the size of the slide you are going to create. For my computer, since I have a laptop with a widescreen, it shows a widescreen presentation. If you're a teacher in a normal high school classroom, most of the time, if you have a projector and you're projecting to a screen, the screen you're projecting to is a square. If that's the case, you need to change the shape of your presentation. To do that, you go simply to Design at the top, and to the right it says Slide Size. And there are two standard options, either Standard, which is your square shape. Most teachers should be using this. Or if you have a more modern projector with a wider theater style screen, then you can go to Widescreen. If you want to get crazy, you can actually customize the slide size, but for this we don't need to know about that. So we'll stick with Standard. When you click on Standard, it will give you an option for scaling. Do you want to maximize the fit, or do you want to ensure the fit? You should try to ensure the fit. The reason you want to do this is because if you maximize fit, you can actually cut off information at the side, and that can cause you some problems. When you're going about creating a PowerPoint, you also want to know how you're designing it. For my view, I have a grid on top of my blank background. The reason I have that is so that I can line things up, make sure it's all square. If you don't like that, if it bothers you, if it gets in your way, you can click on View in the top menu, and you can simply click Grid Lines Off and get a blank background, nice and clean looking. If you like measuring things, you can have the ruler or you can take it off. I like the ruler, I like the grids, we're going to keep it there. The third option, of course, is Guides, and when you click on Guides, it just gives you basically where the center of the screen is. Okay? That one gets in the way for me, so I take it off. Once you have decided on that, you are going to be clicking in and typing up different PowerPoints. Okay? Now, to save time, I'm going to show us one PowerPoint that I've already made. This is an interactive lesson I created for a world history course on the Gilded Age. Okay? Again, you can see I have a standard size, I have a text, title, all of it typed in, grid lines, ruler. Now, you will note I used a text that is different from the standard Times New Roman, Calibri, Trebuchet. This is called Lucida. When I chose this font, one of the reasons I chose it is because there are multiple versions of Lucida. This one is Lucida Console for this title, and down here on another slide I actually use Lucida Sans. Now, it's important to note throughout my presentation I have only two fonts, and those two fonts are both Lucida fonts. Oftentimes when we start typing in PowerPoint we go a little crazy. Now, this takes me back to our earlier discussion of themes. This is important because a lot of teachers, when they type into it, they like picking as many different fonts as they can. Okay. We have lots of fun with fonts. This is simply Calibri. That's the standard one in my PowerPoint. If I want to not have to think about fonts, I can simply go to Design again, and I can actually pick a theme from the themes they gave me. So this theme, Law Fun, blue, changes up where the boxes are on it, so I don't have to think about it. As a teacher, I often find this reassuring because I can quickly present the information to my students. If I want to change fonts, obviously I click in the text box, go to Home, and then I can just pick whatever font I want to choose. But you'll notice the fonts change because in the theme they have a set font that they use. From here I can align the text, put it at the top of a box, put it at the bottom, or keep it where the theme had it in the middle. As you are creating new slides, you can just hit Control-M to create a new slide. Also make sure that you are using font sizes that make sense. Do not ever go smaller than 20, don't ever go bigger than 75. As you're typing into the different PowerPoints, make sure not to overdo bullets. For instance, on this PowerPoint I have 3 bullets, and that's probably about right. I hope this slideshow helped you, and if you have any more questions, please check out the other slides in our PowerPoint presentation.